Hey guys, I have been meaning to put this video out for a couple weeks here. I just super busy. It got way too many ways that I've been trying to approach this, so I'm just gonna stop overthinking this. I'm just gonna talk about what my experience has been with MechaBREAK and what I'm hoping for from Amazing Season out of this. You guys, I am having so much fun playing MechaBREAK again. I cannot stop playing MechaBREAK right now. I know we took some time off towards the end of Season 0, but we jumped in a couple weeks ago when Season 1 launched. I'm pretty much exclusively been playing 6v6 PvP solo with friends. We are having a blast. Game still feels amazing. New season came out with some updates that are decent quality of life changes. They also brought in 2 new strikers. That's probably the biggest change that they have. One of them is pretty cool, dynamic, similar to Serenith. It's called Hell. It's situational, a little bit more with a skill ceiling on that one, I think, but still pretty cool. Design of it's awesome. Alphard. Let me tell you about Alphard. Alphard is a pilotable sex missile. This thing, it pushes the limits of movements, control. It's what I love the most about MechaBREAK. It is a showcase of that, just manifested into a mech. It's the speed, the firepower, essentially limitless energy that should probably get looked into at some point. It is a dream come true for people who love movement. Besides the strikers, there's been a couple UI changes, some stuff that makes it a little bit less overwhelming. Striker selection. They added a secondary screen where it kind of breaks down class, the ease of use, something that's a little bit more approachable for somebody who's new to the game and trying to explore, figure out what fits. They've also condensed some of the tabs, specifically with the in-game store. It's not perfect, but it has come a long way. It's a step in the right direction. It is definitely not what I would call streamlined, but it's getting there. Speaking of the store, they've added some awesome cosmetics that don't cost money. They still have the Ace Pilot, that's the custom skin, the finishers, the animations, all that fun stuff, and it has the crazy price tag on it. Mixed feelings on that because I know the game, it needs its whales. That's a big part of what keeps the lights on, and you can game the Matrix marketplace so that you don't need to spend actual money. You can just stack up the in-game currency. Still, seeing a $47 price tag in game is always going to be jarring for me. I digress. The cosmetics that they did put in there, it's nice to have something that is achievable just from grinding the game. It's a reason enough for me to keep playing. I love that they're giving us something to chase, and for someone like me, I play maybe 4 to 6 hours a week on average. It's not too insane of a grind to get those. It's enough for me to feel like my time is being rewarded. All these changes, they probably aren't enough to move the needle for most people, but it is definitely momentum in the right direction. It's really all that they can be asking for right now, considering what the player base was looking like at the end of Season 0. It's refreshing to see signs of life with the new season. It's like any other live service game, though. I think it's going to end up fizzling out pretty soon until the next season. Hopefully, the next season has some major updates. Hopefully they're listening to their player base a little bit. People who do want to get into the game are too scared to listening to PlayStation players. I personally think that if they want to start drawing in a little bit more of a player base, they need to focus on PvE. I know that they added a strictly PvE mashmack mode, but it's very limited. You can only do it X amount of times a week. You have to be doing it with a team. There is matchmaking, but with the player base how it is, it's kind of hard to find people. It feels more like a feature than it does a focus. It needs to have something like story missions that tie into the lore, modes with mechanics, objectives. I don't think it needs to be anything crazy. Just picture us running around the map, grabbing materials similar to Helldivers. I think the ceiling would be something like a 6-person raid or dungeon, similar to something you would find in Destiny. I think that they're a long ways from that, but the point is there's something that they could focus on that is going to drop you. People are waiting to get into this game and start build crafting, doing things where they can spend weekends doing that. I mean, imagine a day 1 raid race and everybody's in mech suits. It is a dream come true for me. I actually have dreams about this frequently, probably once a week. I'm always going to be playing MechaBREAK. It's so near and dear to me. There's nothing else like this. It's the same reason why I keep going back to Destiny. There's nothing that feels like the gunplay from that. I need to take breaks from it. It feels like a toxic relationship at times, but I'm still thinking about it. I get that 2 a.m. you up every now and then I always think they're going to change. Maybe they will. Who knows? But the point is, yes, I'm always going to keep coming back to this. I go on these streaks where it's all I can think about when I'm in game mode. I can't picture myself playing anything else. And it's everything you see in the peak of the gameplay. It's loading into a map and there's just bullets and lasers, especially if you're with teammates and you guys are doing callouts. Everyone has their roles. These budding rivalries that you start developing mid-match where eventually it's just you and this other person chasing each other around. Nothing else matters, even though there's bullets and chaos and metal flying everywhere around you. Honestly, it's those moments that feel like a love letter to mech enthusiasts like me who grew up watching Gundam. Just the 12-year-old boy who wanted nothing more than to grow up and eventually pilot his own mech. This is as close to that as I'm going to get. And it is why I keep coming back. And I know that Amazing Season, their heart it's right there. It's hand in hand with ours. They have the passion to do something like this. I do think that they need to kind of hone in on some of their decision making. It feels like at times they get lost in their own sauce and it's not being directed as a game towards players. It's being directed more to just what they want. It's a game for them sometimes. They're figuring this out. This is still in its infancy. I am confident that they're going to be able to turn this around. Their hearts are clearly here. They have the tools. You've seen the lore that they put out, the animations that they put out, the gunpla, stuff that's outside of the game. They're trying to make an entire culture out of this. And I think that they can. I mean, it's niche in North America. I get it. But the people that are here, it is a very dedicated player base. And we have had our hearts broken too many times over the last few years. Gundam Evo, I'll call it Anthem. Anthem's very similar movements. Armored Core was great, but then we got into the PvP and that was its own conversation. I think they can do this though, and I'm committed to doing whatever I can as a little guy, a player that's just committed to this, trying to create buzz, create excitement. Whatever I can do to help this game, I'm going to, and I hope that conversations like this that I've been having with my community, with other creators, that's where all this video is coming from. I hope that they're able to see stuff like this and actually take that to heart though. That was a bit of a rant. I'm sorry. I've had a lot of caffeine today. Appreciate you coming by and listening to me vent about my toxic relationship. I'm going to keep coming back. I swear they can change. Jokes aside, take care of yourselves, be well, make good choices. Have fun playing MechaBREAK.